Over the next few weeks on Fun Fact Friday, we're going to dive into the different parts of the cosmetic side of the artificial eye. I'm Hillary, board certified ocularist, and on Fun Fact Friday, we talk about artificial eyes and all things that impact our patients. So generally, when we look at a artificial eye, two big categories we can first break it down into as we're looking at it is the iris, which is where the pupil is located, which is all the color of the eye. When someone says they have a blue eye or a brown eye, that's the part we're talking about, the iris. Then we have the sclera, which is the white portion of the eye. So first off, we're going to break it down into two main categories. From there, looking at the sclera, we have all the vascularization with those blood vessels and veins. This one's got a pretty predominant one that comes in from here. Then we look at what kind of hues and colors do we have on the sclera. We've got a little bit of pink here by the nose, a little bit of pink out here towards the ear, and generally it's got a bit of a blue-black tint to it. And that's common for most eyes of someone of this age, which was about 50 to 60 years old. So we've got our iris, our sclera, and then from sclera, we've got our blood vessels and veins, and then the tinting. So let's hop back to the iris. We're going to break the iris down into 5 different parts, starting from the inside, working out. Starting with our little pupil. The pupil is the black middle of the target, you could say, with the iris. And out from there, we have the pupillary margin. When we paint this portion, well, this is where we can have a little bit of magic with color layering to make it seem like that pupil is dilating and constricting when we go to different lights within the office. From there, we have our collarette. And in some eyes, like blue eyes, we see them really, really predominantly. You might have a yellow little outside like this, but this is kind of the margin where we start then going into the main body of the iris, where we'll have a predominantly blue, green, brown, combination of all the above. And from there, we have our limbus. And on this particular eye, we have a very blended limbus as it goes from the iris to the sclera. So all of these points that we have, we take into consideration as we're trying to get a balanced appearance for a patient in need of an artificial eye. And that is today's Fun Fact Friday. We'll see you next week. Follow along for more.